Good morning before the noise of the day begins, before expectations rise, before anyone notices what is changing inside you. Take this moment as sacred. This morning is not about big announcements or visible victories. It is about something quieter, a new beginning forming gently within you. There are seasons when life changes without witnesses. No applause, no clear confirmation. Just a subtle sense that something old no longer fits and something new is slowly taking shape. If that is where you are right now, this prayer is for you. Heavenly Father, as this day begins, I come before you carrying a beginning that few can see. It may not look dramatic from the outside, but inside, something is shifting. Old patterns are loosening, new intentions are forming, and even though no one else may recognize it, you already know the work you are doing within me. I thank you for the courage it takes to start again quietly. Thank you for allowing growth that does not need validation to be real. Today, I do not ask for instant results or visible proof. I ask for alignment. I ask for peace. I ask for the strength to continue even when the process feels unnoticed. Lord, steady my heart in this new chapter. Remove the pressure to explain myself. Silence the urge to compare my pace with others. Teach me to trust that beginnings do not need to be loud to be powerful. What matters is not how visible the change is, but how deeply it is rooted. As I step into this morning, help me honor what is new, without rushing it. Let me walk gently with what you are rebuilding. Even if today looks ordinary, let it be meaningful. Even if progress feels invisible, let it be real. If you are listening right now, allow yourself to breathe. You do not need permission to begin it. And if this prayer resonates, simply remain here for a moment. Sometimes presence is the most honest response. As this morning unfolds, there is something else that often comes with quiet new beginnings. Letting go. Not loudly, not dramatically, but slowly, almost tenderly, releasing what no longer belongs without needing to justify it to anyone. Lord, today, I place before you the things I am leaving behind, not because they failed, but because they no longer fit who I am becoming. Some chapters end without closure. Some habits fade without explanation. Some versions of myself need to be honored and then released. Help me let go without fear, without guilt, without the need to explain my growth to those who are not walking this path with me. Teach me that release is not rejection, it is alignment. It is making room for what you are quietly building now. There are moments when holding on feels safer than stepping forward. Familiar patterns, even when heavy, can feel comforting. But this morning, I choose trust over attachment. I choose movement over stagnation. I choose to believe that what I am releasing is not being lost, it is being transformed. If doubts rise as I let go, steady my heart. Remind me that I am not erasing my past, I am integrating its lessons. Nothing was wasted, nothing was meaning. Every step brought me here, to this exact morning, to this quiet turning point. Remove the pressure to grieve loudly. Remove the expectation that change must be dramatic to be valid. Allow me to honor what is ending while still welcoming what is beginning. Let me move forward without dragging yesterday into today. If you are listening and feeling uncertain about what you are releasing, know this: letting go does not mean you are lost. It often means you are finally aligned. Stay present. The ground beneath you is steadier than it feels. There are seasons when growth happens quietly, beneath the surface, without evidence that reassures the mind. Nothing looks finished, nothing feels confirmed, and still something is moving. This is where faith becomes less about certainty and more about trust. Lord, this morning I ask for the grace to trust what I cannot yet see. Help me believe in the work you are doing even when results are not visible. When progress feels slow or unclear, anchor my heart in patience instead of doubt. Teach me to honor the unseen process. Just as roots grow before branches appear, let me trust that what is forming beneath the surface is preparing me for what comes next. I do not need constant signs to remain faithful. I need steadiness. I need confidence that you are present, even in silence. When my mind questions whether this quiet beginning is real, remind me that transformation often begins invisibly. Strength develops before confidence shows. Clarity forms before direction becomes obvious. Growth does not rush to prove itself. Help me resist the urge to measure my progress by external markers. Release me from comparison. What you are building in me has its own rhythm, its own timing, its own purpose. I choose to respect that pace instead of forcing outcomes. If impatience rises, calm it gently. Replace anxiety with trust. Let me walk forward without demanding immediate answers. Let this morning be about alignment, not acceleration. If you are listening and wondering whether your quiet effort matters, let this truth settle within you. Unseen growth is still growth. What feels incomplete is often simply in progress. Stay with this moment. Trust does not always feel strong. Sometimes it feels like choosing to continue anyway, and that choice is already a sign of growth. One of the hardest parts of a quiet beginning is continuing without affirmation. No one applauds. No one confirms you are doing the right thing. The path feels lonely not because it is wrong, but because it is new. This is where faith is tested gently day by day. Lord, this morning I ask for faithfulness that does not depend on recognition. Help me keep showing up even when no one notices. Teach me to value obedience over approval, alignment over applause, integrity over attention. When the absence of feedback makes me question myself, steady my heart. Remind me that not all progress is meant to be witnessed. Some work is sacred precisely because it is hidden. Some growth needs privacy to take root. Release me from the need to be understood by everyone. Not every decision requires explanation. Not every change needs announcement. Let me be confident in what you have placed within me, even when others cannot see it yet. If discouragement tries to settle in, replace it with quiet resilience. Let me find strength in consistency, not excitement. Let me trust that doing the right thing in silence still matters deeper. Help me resist the temptation to abandon this new beginning, simply because it feels unnoticed. Teach me that faithfulness is not proven by visibility, but by perseverance. What I nurture in secret can shape my future in powerful ways. If you are listening and feeling unseen, receive this gently. Your effort is not invisible where it matters most. Stay present. Stay grounded. You are not behind, you are becoming. Quiet beginnings require a different kind of courage. Not the loud, visible bravery that draws admiration, but the steady strength to keep going when nothing feels confirmed yet. This courage does not rush. It does not demand proof. It simply stays. Lord, today I ask for the courage to keep transforming quietly. Give me the strength to honor the changes you are making inside me, even when they feel fragile. Help me trust the process that unfolds slowly, without pressure to perform or explain. There are moments when I wonder if I am truly changing, because the outside still looks familiar. But you see deeper than appearances. You see the shift in how I think, how I respond, how I choose differently than before. Teach me to recognize progress that doesn't announce itself. When fear whispers that I should go back to what is known, anchor me in what is becoming true. When doubt says this new direction is too subtle to matter, remind me that lasting transformation rarely arrives loudly. It arrives gently, layer by layer. Help me stay patient with myself. I do not need to rush growth or force outcomes. What is being rebuilt inside me needs time to settle, to strengthen, to align. Give me the courage to move at the pace of healing, not the pace of comparison. If loneliness appears during this transformation, sit with me and let your presence be my reassurance that I am not walking alone, even when no one else understands the journey I am on. And for anyone listening who feels unsure about these quiet shifts, hear this truth. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, stay present, stay faithful, stay open. Something real is forming within you. Lord, this morning, I choose to trust what I cannot yet see. I place my confidence, not in visible results, but in the quiet work you are doing beneath the surface of my life. Some changes do not announce themselves. Some growth happens where no one is watching, not even me. There are days when I measure progress by what is missing, instead of what is forming. I look for confirmation, for signs that something is working, and when I don't find them, doubt tries to take. But today, I release the need for proof. I release the pressure to validate every step. Teach me to trust unseen progress. Teach me to believe that just because something is silent, does not mean it is stagnant. Just because the ground looks unchanged, does not mean seeds are not breaking open underneath. God, you work deeply, not quickly. You shape foundations before you reveal structures. You strengthen roots before you allow fruit. Help me remember that what lasts is often built in hidden places, far from applause and attention. When impatience rises in me, slow my heart. When comparison steals my peace, return my focus to you. I do not need to rush ahead of your timing or doubt your process. What you are doing in me is intentional, personal, and precise. For the one praying this who feels discouraged because nothing looks different yet, breathe hope into them now. Let them feel your reassurance settling their spirit. Let them know that progress is happening, even when it feels invisible. Today, I choose faith over frustration. I choose trust over anxiety. I choose to believe that unseen progress is still progress, and that you never waste a season, a prayer, or a quiet begin. I will keep walking, even if the steps feel small. I will keep trusting, even if the road feels quiet, because you are faithful, even in what I cannot yet see. Lord, today I release the need to be seen, affirmed, or understood by others. I lay down the quiet craving for recognition that sometimes sneaks into my heart, especially when I am walking a new path alone. Not everything you begin in me needs approval to be real. There is a part of me that wants reassurance, a nod from someone, a sign that says, you're doing the right thing. But this morning I choose a deeper assurance. I choose to trust your presence over public affirmation, your guidance over external applause. Teach me to rest in obedience, even when it is unnoticed. Help me understand that a life aligned with you does not always look impressive to the world. Sometimes it looks ordinary, slow, and invisible. And still it is sacred. When the urge to explain myself rises, quiet my spirit. When I feel tempted to measure my worth by reactions or results, anchor me again in who you say I am. My value is not defined by how loudly my progress is seen, but by how faithfully I keep walking with you. If loneliness comes from being misunderstood, meet me there. Remind me that you see every quiet choice, every inner adjustment, every unseen act of courage. Nothing done in sincerity before you is ever wasted or overlooked. For anyone praying this who feels discouraged because no one has noticed their growth, speak peace into their heart. Let them know that validation from the world fades quickly, but alignment with you sustains the soul. Today, I let go of the need to be validated. I choose to be rooted instead, rooted in truth, rooted in the quiet confidence that you are pleased with the work being done inside me. Lord, as I move forward into this new season, help me walk without feeling the need to explain myself. Not every change can be summarized. Not every decision can be justified in words. Some steps make sense only in the quiet place where you and I have spoken. There are shifts happening inside me that others may not understand. Choices I am making that look subtle on the outside but are deeply intentional within. Give me the courage to keep walking even when questions arise, even when silence feels uncomfortable. Teach me that clarity does not always come from being understood by people, but from being aligned with you. When I am tempted to over-explain, remind me that obedience does not require consent. When I feel pressured to defend my pace, remind me that growth unfolds differently for every soul. If doubt tries to creep in because no one affirms my direction, steady my heart. Let me remember that you are the one who called me forward, and your call is I don't need permission to become who you are shaping me to be. For those praying this who feel judged for changing quietly, bring peace now. Let them know they are not wrong for choosing a gentler, slower, or less visible path. What matters is not how loudly they move, but that they continue moving with faith. Today, I choose progress over explanation, trust over performance, direction over approval. I will walk forward with humility and confidence, knowing that you go before me, even when no one else sees the road I'm on. Lord, today I place my trust in the process. You are working within me, even when it feels slow, unseen, or incomplete. Rebuilding quietly requires patience, and patience does not come easily when I wish I could already be further along. Yet I know that rushed foundations do not last. Some things in my life are being rebuilt, piece by piece. My confidence, my direction, my sense of purpose. From the outside, it may look like nothing is happening. But you see the inner work. You see the healing taking place beneath the surface, the alignment forming where there once was confusion. Help me resist the temptation to measure progress by visibility. Teach me to honor the days when the work is internal, when the victories are subtle, when the growth is felt more than announced. Let me trust that quiet rebuilding is still real rebuilding. When discouragement whispers that I should be further ahead, remind me that deep roots take time. When comparison steals my peace, restore my focus. My journey does not need to resemble anyone else's to be meaningful or successful. Give strength to those who feel tired of starting over silently. Breathe hope into hearts that are rebuilding without applause. Let them know that you are present in every careful step, every small decision, every moment they choose to keep going. Today I choose trust over urgency. I will honor the process, knowing that you are faithful to complete what you begin. Even in silence, even in slowness, even in unseen places, you are rebuilding my life with wisdom and care. Lord, as I arrive at the end of this prayer, I do not feel finished. I feel steady. I place this quiet beginning into your hands, trusting that what you are starting in me does not need noise to be real. What you begin in peace will grow in peace. Seal this new season within my heart. Let doubt lose its voice. Let fear loosen its grip. Let the need for validation slowly fade as confidence rooted in you takes its place. I do not need to announce this chapter. I only need to live it with faith. As I step into the hours ahead, walk with me. When the day feels ordinary, remind me that ordinary days are often where the deepest transformation happens. When nothing dramatic occurs, help me recognize that stability itself is a gift. When progress feels invisible, anchor me in the truth that you see everything. Give me assurance that this quiet rebuilding is not wasted effort. Strengthen my resolve to keep showing up, gently, faithfully, without pressure to perform or prove. Let my life be shaped by obedience rather than urgency, by trust rather than comparison. I release the old season without resentment. I receive this new beginning without anxiety. I allow myself to grow at the pace you choose. I accept that not everything good starts loudly. Some of the most lasting things begin in silence. Thank you for being present in unseen transition. Thank you for walking with me through changes few will notice. Thank you for the courage you place in my heart to begin again, softly and sincerely. Today I step forward without fear. This new beginning is real. It is held by you, and that is enough.